Okay, let's see.
I think I'm
All
gonna
right, we
move.
are live now. What's going on, MEC? How's everybody doing? So today we got a cool little session for you guys. Um, as some of you guys may know, we have group growth challenge going on. We also have a bunch of Facebook group owner interviews going on. I had one scheduled for tomorrow, but it was in my calendars today. So I thought, all right, why not hop on, figure out how I can give you guys some extra value and just do some live coaching. So I invited Marcos on. He's got his group up, rolling, started, and he's going to be just getting a little coaching on what the next steps are and doing it in a live format for you guys to help you out. So, Marcos, thanks so much for hopping on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, sure. Thank you, Arne.
Yeah, so guys, Marcos is in a very awesome position, and a lot of you guys might be in a position like him. So he's got his group up, running, he's got his profile funnel, he's got everything set, and he is just getting everything rolling. And his goal is to build out his own online course and get more personal trainers to grow their businesses. So, like Marcos, you said you had not built any online courses in the past, right?
That's correct.
Cool. Yeah, and so what do you think has led you to kind of transitioning out from your other affiliate marketing business into wanting to start your own course?
Well, that's a good question. So I've been making my living online for a few years, since 2010, basically. I've always been doing SEO and affiliate marketing.
Mm-hmm.
In the old days, to make money online, you had to be pretty technical and
Mm-hmm.
either be a developer or have money to hire one or
Yeah.
understand SEO, that kind of stuff. So that's what I was into. And then in the last 2 or 3 years with Facebook ads and influencers and
Mm-hmm.
the whole social media, you guys, the young people showed up and started doing your own thing.
Yeah.
And so we are, in a way, we're playing catch up with all the cool stuff that the young people started doing. So I just got excited about the whole prospect of using
Mm-hmm.
funnels, Facebook ads, building your personal brand, building your own course, and all that kind of stuff.
Definitely, and it's so fun and it's so doable. It's definitely a challenging process. But so how long ago did you make the shift from saying, all right, I'm ready to roll. Let's do my own thing. Let's build a personal brand and a course.
I started thinking about it last year, and then I dabbled here and there. I took a course with Dale the end of last year. It was all about how to build your email list and all that stuff. I learned a lot there, but really that was still monetizing with affiliate offers. And
Yeah,
the thing with affiliate is that you need a lot of volume to make a decent chunk of income.
definitely.
Where you are building your own info products, your margins are as high as you can make them.
Definitely.
Uh,
And I feel like it's a lot more like fulfilling too. Like it's not just, oh, run the traffic, check the numbers, do this. Okay, we made money, but it's like you can tell your impact is being felt because you're working directly with people, you're building out what they need. And it's kind of fun too. Like I definitely enjoy the course development process.
it is kind of fun. What I would say to anyone that's sitting on the fence, I'm not sure whether this is a generation thing. I'm a bit older than
Hmm.
a lot of you guys, or maybe it's just introverted versus extroverted. But I know that a lot of people don't jump, don't go all the way because they are scared to show their face, to talk to camera, to show themselves, and to build their personal brands. So that got me stuck for a few months, and until I
Hmm.
got over myself and started doing it anyways.
Yeah, got through it. And what do you think helped you kind of get over the fear of getting started with that?
I would say just being over
Hmm.
of myself, like, when there's something stopping you from doing something, and then after a while you get tired of being so stupid that you are getting on your own progress. So you just
That's
need
right.
to,
That's an important moment for sure. And like for everybody out there watching, let me know if you guys have ever had a moment like that. Just type yes down below where like something clicked and you're like, wait, how come I'm not doing this yet? You know, and I know I've had a bunch of those, and they've been some really, really cool turning points that have kind of taken me from, being stuck in one area to saying like, oh, I'm ready for this next one. How come I have not done this yet? So that's really cool. And it seems like you are, right in the middle of that, initial growth period, figuring out your audience, figuring out what your offer is. So what kind of challenges do you have in putting the offer together and making sure it sells?
I would, I think it's just the lack of, I mean, I am going to get it done anyways. We're just talking now and I'm in the middle of it. I don't want to make the impression that I am stuck because I am having progress every day. But I would say my biggest challenge every morning, I get up and I sit in my laptop and no one's telling me exactly what to do. So I'm managing myself, I'm managing my own time. So should I be working on completing the course? Should I be working on having more engagement in my group? Should I be contacting influencers? Should I be running Facebook ads? Should I be improving my funnel? There's all these things, and it's very easy to get stuck in that analysis paralysis and just not do anything. So I would say that's probably one of the biggest challenges.
Gotcha. Yeah, deciding what to do. And I know that all too well because like there's so many different options, different ways to like, okay, all of these things are going to move me forward, but what do I do and in what order? So one of the coolest things, so I know you've been talking to AJ about this, but building kind of like a mini offer where you can have that out, you can have that published, sell it for $100, $200, $50, whatever it is, and have that there so that your members have somewhere to go to pay you. And once you have that and you have that set up, it's super powerful because you have so this is how I got started with my groups course actually, is I had an opt-in for the free cheat sheet. And then right on the next page, I made an offer for a little upsell where it was $37, raised up to $97 later. And that later on became the full course. So that was like how I started generating good, passive money from my group with a total no-brainer offer. So the faster you can get that out, the better. What stage of course creation are you at currently?
I would like to say that by the end of this week, I would pretty much have the bare bones from module 1 to module 6. I already have module 1, and I know that I can go through the 5 next modules throughout this. But yeah, that's the objective.
Awesome. Yeah, that'll be great because like the coolest thing about that is once you get it out and once you get it done and you kind of set up the funnel and the email sequence and all that, it just lives. I have used the same lead magnet for like over a year now. So having that one core lead magnet and then getting into a little tripwire offer after that will hands down be the best way to position your brand. As long as the lead magnet's awesome, as long as the training's awesome, you're going to be getting some money there. And while all that's going on, you can still develop out, the fuller course. You can raise the price on it. And then I think it really just has to be growth with the audience. Checked out the group right now. We have about 103 members in there, and we got to get that up to 1,000 ASAP. So what action steps are you taking to grow your group right now?
Not many. Right now, I've been focusing on the content for my course.
Gotcha.
So I wasn't sure all the influencer tactics that I talked about with AJ yesterday. I wasn't sure whether I should point that to the group or to a lead magnet or just a sales page for the masterclass.
Yeah.
So
I'd say group for sure. Because like that way you can say like people, it's a lot more appealing to join a group than it is to join an email list or a product straight up. So if you can say like, hey, personal trainers, if you guys want to figure out how to, stop side hustling and go full time and, get higher paying clients and blah, 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 make sure to join my group full of all these personal trainers who are out there crushing it. And, oh, I've got a free resource for you. whatever your lead magnet is in the group. So join, grab that, and keep it going from there, because that'll be really powerful, because there's so many fitness influencers on Instagram and so many personal trainers, because the whole fitness is just so visual. So I don't think you're going to have any shortage of opportunity to find people you can buy shout outs from there, and just get that going. So for everybody out there watching, a lot of what I teach is free organic methods, but hands down, there are awesome ways to grow your group with paid methods, everything from Instagram shout outs to, having Facebook ads go to a lead magnet and then to the group, that kind of thing. So also make sure any of your funnels, they direct back to the group as well, on the thank you page, on the email sequence, or if you have a chat bot or anything else like that. Because like when I don't recommend people pay for ads directly to grow a group, but if you're going to be paying for ads, make sure that a link to your group is present on that funnel somewhere. So for example, if I paid for ads to, get somebody into the cheat sheet, I'm going to make sure that, number one, I am capturing an email. Number two, I can retarget them on Facebook because they hit my website. Number three, they can either go to a chat bot or to the group. And if they go to the chat bot, they're going to get a link to the group anyway. So this way, you're reaching people on up to 4 channels with one marketing campaign ad spend. So it's super, super powerful. Like I've grown on all channels by doing that. So just make sure whatever funnel you decide to go with there, you have a couple of different touch points.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Do you, I know you had a lot of success with your cheat sheet. Would you recommend using a cheat sheet for a lead magnet?
Yeah. I like cheat sheets because they're really quick to consume. So for example, like even my group growth challenge, like it's a lot more of an event, it goes over a handful of days. And what happens is some people will, register and they won't watch the whole video, or they'll watch day one and they'll drop off. Like the traffic difference between day one and day two is like pretty high, but if we can get somebody to consume everything in one go, even though the content is similar between the cheat sheet and the challenge, it's like, okay, if they get all that stuff in one go, that can help for sure. But like I like doing the challenge because it really helps with hyping everything up, getting the engagement, getting people to actually follow through and post homework and all that kind of stuff as well. And so one of the biggest things you have to do in your cheat sheet is it's not just about giving out content, it's about giving mindset shifts and positioning your brand, especially if you have this tied in with a like a tripwire offer, like your course. If you're going to be selling that on the upsell there, you got to make sure it flows with the funnel. So what I mean by that is, like when I started out with mine, the cheat sheet was growth. And then, I talked about my results. I talked about why people are doing things wrong. I showed them the right way to do it. And then I said, hey, chances are you probably want to get some engagement too, right? Yeah, you can't just have a group that you're growing without engagement. So you should probably get my, $37 engagement class. And it just bridged right into it. So what do you think that would look like for you? Like, what's your lead magnet and what's the angle for the upsell?
I thought about it a lot. And I didn't really come to a conclusion yet, because my 2 main options were, should I use from a high level point of view, should I go through the whole process and go like, this is what step 1 should look like, and then I don't know, you have like 7 steps, but really within each step you can break it down and you have so much work? Or should I like zoom in and really break down the first part of the process?
Yeah, so I would think there's a couple of ways to do it. There's the teach step 2 method. Now this is one I picked up from Dan Henry, where he shows like, okay, here is the step 2 of the process. Okay, but once you show them that, they're like, but how do I get to step 2 if you haven't showed step 1 yet? And then that's where you can kind of cover that. And it all depends on like the angle of everything. So you can do it either way. Like I said, where, if you, for example, I taught growth and then I reminded them, said, hey, growth doesn't matter unless you have engagement. So like, what do you think that would be for you? Like, what does everybody say they want the most? They probably want like what, more clients, higher paying clients? What do they say?
Yeah, people just say, I want clients. That's what they say.
Yeah.
That's what they want. What they need is they need to understand how to zero in on a specific audience that has a common pain and a common desire. So then they can really cater to that. They can position themselves as an authority, and then create a free challenge for that pocket of people that can help them get the initial set of results for free. So you lead with value first, and you create your you get people to believe in themselves and to believe in you, the method that you are laying out for them, and that's how you move them into your paid coaching. It's of course it's all the same principles that we are using for digital marketing.
Gotcha.
But that's a lot for many personal trainers. That's a lot of mental mind shift. They are still thinking about, I just need 5 more clients so I can get to pay the bills.
Simple math. Yeah. So on that one, what I would do is, naturally everybody's mind goes towards the most simple answer: get more clients or grow my group. So for you, it looks like if your cheat sheet was focused around getting clients, let's say if you had 5 different client acquisition methods where you could go through, a couple of different things that have worked. You don't have to go extremely in depth, but you could say here's how I did it on LinkedIn. Here's how I did it with this method, this method, this method. And then you can say, all right, chances are, so now you know a couple of different ways to go out and get clients, but chances are you don't know which clients you're targeting, of who can pay you the most, of, how to get the right people into your coaching who are actually going to stick around. And how would you like to learn exactly how to figure out which target market works best for you? And then you could have, your mini course be like the high paying personal trainer client mastermind or something like that. Play around with those words, but have it the whole angle be even if you know ways to get clients, do you know how to get the right ones who are actually going to pay your prices, who are going to stick around, all that? Because if I think you could do that mindset shift for them, where it's saying chances are you've probably gotten, denied a lot, or people don't want to work with you or stick around. And it's because you're not talking to the right people. How would you like to figure out how to attract all the right people into your training offers? And then just make the product be focused on solving that, all the messaging and everything like that. And then you could just add all your bonuses in, and that could be a really good offer positioning. I would definitely talk to your audience on that and figure out if that angle works, and figure out what else that they really respond to. Because sometimes it can be hit or miss, where for me and group growth engagement, it's very clear, it's very simple, but I don't understand your target market as well as you do. Where do you think they would really respond to that?
I think they really respond to how to get more clients, and then after that comes without competing on price, and then after that probably come how to get them to stick around.
Awesome. Yeah, so I think the lead magnet would definitely be how to get more clients, and then the upsell could be the target market boot camp, how to identify a good target market that's going to pay more than what you're asking for now. They're not going to haggle on price. They're not going to blah blah blah. Because chances are you've been undercharging. You're worth this much more, and you can raise your rates. And I think that could really be pretty game changing, especially if you can help people get that result and they start targeting new people and getting new, more higher paying clients. That's life changing. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So do you think that'd be a good fit for the audience?
Yeah. I was just thinking, because my core offer, the one that I am planning to finish this week, it goes through that, but it then also goes to how they can basically do everything online. So I'm just thinking now whether, how that plays together, whether I should stick with that or also give them a choice to, you can keep doing what you're doing, you can have your face-to-face clients, but also do this so that you can have the right type of clients.
So are most personal trainers are offline, but a handful are online. What percentage of your audience do you think are offline?
Almost most of them.
Okay.
So much opportunity for them to start going online.
There it is. So that is your big shiny object. So right now, the old way of doing things is offline, working with clients in person, and the new opportunity is to take people online, where you can say you can do this from anywhere in the world. You can have as many clients as you can take. You can raise rates, get your brand down, get your funnels down, make money on autopilot, X, Y, and Z. Like all that angle, because if people are so used to the ways of previously doing it, what you're doing is you're giving them that whole new opportunity. And I think that's where you can really have your flagship online course, like the full thing for how to do all this stuff online. That's a good switch, because have you studied much of like Russell Brunson?
Yeah. I read both books.
Cool. Yeah. So for everybody out there watching who has not seen much of Russell Brunson, one big thing he talks about is new opportunity versus improvement offer. So right now, an improvement offer for you would be something like, get more clients. But if you do it, even just the upsell as get more clients through, upgrading your target market. And then now it's like a new opportunity. And then even higher on top of that is get more high paying clients online. You don't have to do all this in person anymore. Then it's like, oh wow, I don't know anything about that. That seems so cool, So I think that could be a really good angle for your flagship program. With that one can be a lot more expensive, but just for kind of getting people in the door, started out and like indoctrinated, I think the cheat sheet and a little tripwire would be perfect.
So I'm just gonna say it in my words, see if I understand. So we're saying, even though it's not a new opportunity, it's just an improvement opportunity. So it's just, let's just say it's adding less value, but it's closer to their belief system. There's less of a mind shift that they require to get caught up in that. So I lead with that and then show them how that's done, and then open the door to the new opportunity.
Exactly. Yeah. Cause like what a lot of people do in marketing is they try and teach things that are too like far out, where it's like, if you immediately started, like if all of your, top level entry messaging was, do all of this online, a lot of, offline people would be like, oh, that's not for me, but if you can kind of attract them with what's already in their thought pattern in their mind, oh, I want more clients. Oh yeah, of course I want more clients. I'll opt in for that. I'll check out that group. And then once they're in, you can say like, offline is the old way of doing things. Chances are you are, not too scalable. You're leaving money on the table. Learning how to do this all online is going to be a whole lot easier, a whole lot more flexible, all that kind of stuff. So I think that could be kind of some of your main messaging, is pulling them in and converting them to the new opportunity.
Yeah, that's also a lot of what I actually teach to them goes in those lines as well. When you have a someone that's really unhealthy or unfit or overweight or whatever the case may be, depending on who they are targeting, you don't want to give them everything at once. You just give them the minimum effective dose. A lot of you guys probably read Tim Ferriss, and he talks about the minimum effective dose. So you just want to give them something that's going to allow them to get results, believe in themselves, believe in you, believe in the process, and then move from there.
Absolutely. Cool. Yeah, I like it. So does that help in kind of structuring your offers a bit?
Yeah. That gives me some more ammo to think about lead magnet and tripwire and how it all fits. Also, because I've been so busy working on the course, I haven't really been able to put too much focus on the content for the group.
Mm-hmm.
So I know I only have 100 people, so it's not a big deal. But I also, part of where I'm not sure is, how much I should put in the group, how much should I put in the course.
Great question.
Whether I'm almost saying the same thing in the course that in the group, and then why would they pay to,
Yeah, so I love this question because a lot of people go through this of, okay, how do I draw the line between free and paid, and how much do I put in the group? So the cool thing is, you might notice this in my group and some other people in the program, their group is 20% or less of their posts is actual like actionable content, like, oh, go do this, this, and that. It's not always tutorials and step by step and X, Y, and Z. 80% plus is more community focused, like starting discussions, doing interviews, chatting with people like this, just kind of bringing people together and getting them engaged and entertaining. So a lot of what goes in your group doesn't have to be, stuff that's straight out of the course. Or even if it is, it doesn't have to be extremely in depth. Like you could, like if one of your, if you take one of your modules and then you just grab one idea out of that module, you can make, a few paragraph posts out of that, but it still doesn't cover everything extremely in depth. But what it does do is if you have that good content in there and you're sharing bits and pieces from the course, it positions you even better and people trust you. So you do absolutely have to have actionable stuff in the group, but it doesn't have to be 100% of your content. So highly suggest looking back through like the whole engagement module and checking out a few of those pieces, because that's going to show you some of the other different post structures. Also, the most important lesson for you, hands down, is there's one called how to consistently create content every day without taking a bunch of time, or something like that. And it's my whole process of being able to take ideas and experiences and basically, okay, something happens over here, I shove it through my brain and I pop out a piece of content, and it's really effortless. So that's one of my coolest tricks for sure. And it takes practice, but it's the best way to create your content is just to be on the lookout for content consistently. So if you get ideas, if you get things you think can help out the people in your community, be entertaining, be educating, get people engaged, just post it. And what's the worst that can happen? You get no likes, and then you keep going about your day. What's the best that can happen? You get more brand awareness, you get more reach. Because right now you're at 100 members, and your immediate goal is to get 300 plus members. So I definitely recommend going through the group growth challenge. And it's like, I think the videos are about 10 minutes a day, and you can take action on it in another 10 minutes a day or so. You've already got the profile funnel, but what you need most right now is getting more relevant people into your network. And I would definitely keep moving forward with that influencer marketing campaign too, because having 100 members is like guaranteed low engagement. That's just how it goes. It's just a numbers game. So I always tell people they're not allowed to complain about engagement until they hit at least 300 members. If you have 300 members and you still have 0 engagement, then it's no good, But right now, just focus on getting 300 as fast as possible. That's more important than finishing your course. And especially, knowing what you're working on, kind of like a mini course, that won't take too long to produce, but you're never going to sell any of them if you don't have an audience anyway. So you got to be focused on that.
Cool. And for you, the funnel, it always goes to the group, not, the influencing traffic goes to the group, not to a lead magnet.
Yeah, you could do it. You could do it either way. I personally haven't done paid influencer shout outs yet, but I think it would be an easier sell to send people to a group than it would be to get a guide. You can also tell people the guide is in the group, So just having them shout out the group and say, hey, this is, an awesome place. There's a bunch of cool stuff going on. And he also has this free guide for you. So I would just make sure that before you pay to place those ads, that your lead magnet funnel is ready and your upsell mini course is ready as well. That way, for sure that you are spending money to get a possible ROI. You don't know for sure if, you're sending people and then they join the group, then they might hop in later. You want to make sure that little tripwire funnel is ready. and I'll send you the funnel template for that as well. Also, for anybody else out there watching, I have a pretty cool opt-in upsell funnel template. So if you guys want that, just go ahead and type opt-in down below, and I'll send you guys that template. It's super simple. It's just an opt-in, name, email, and on the second page, there's a copy template for a tripwire offer. So that's to sell anything under $100. It'll work pretty well.
That one.
You got that one
in your course.
Cool. Yeah, so I would put that one to use. Finish up that little mini training and just talk to your members. Say like, hey, here's my idea for this free training on client acquisition, but I really want to show you guys how to upgrade your target market, because that's really going to be so just ask them about their questions about that. Do the customer research process, and you'll be off to the races in no time.
Cool, man.
Cool. So any other questions for now on sales funnel, group growth, engagement, anything like that?
Not really. I just have a lot of stuff to do, but no questions.
Yeah. Most definitely. All right, man. Well, let's get you to work. Let's excited to see your growth coming up, and gonna launch this course, man. Congrats.
Cool. Thanks a lot, Arne.
All right.